Hi guys, good morning. I have some cinnamon sugar porridge. I was just telling my aunts about my dream. That would have been like a good book or good series. The scene is set in like kind of medieval times, I want to say, but so then you check and then you see like people are running and everyone's being killed and there's like a massacre. Say good night to everyone. Good night. Good night. Hi guys, good morning. I am having breakfast. I'm about to eat. I have some cinnamon, okay, please focus on this. I have some cinnamon sugar porridge with some peanut butter, banana, chia, and maple syrup. And it's delicious. And a pumpkin spice tea. Okay. I'm going to have this breakfast. I was just telling my aunts about my dream. That would have been like a good book or good series. I just need to like, I can express it better in English, but it's fine. I'll tell you about it in a little bit. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I I had the breakfast and then I had some pancakes my aunt made, and they're supposed to be healthy pancakes, so I'm not like having double pancakes a week, even though that's fine though. But I did have a waffle last night. It's okay though, it's fine. Technically, I do have pancakes twice a week because I have them on the Monday leftovers from the Sunday before. I just don't count that. Do you see? I'm an idiot. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I had the healthy pancakes. They have like spinach and oat flour, and like almond milk, and like they're supposed to be like they are really healthy, So, and I just glazed them in syrup and made them unhealthy. Could have had that with like berries or something a little bit more healthy, but no, I just have to go for that. So I had that, and it's currently 4:30 in the afternoon, but I wanted to tell you about my dream before I've forgotten. So, I had this really weird dream, and I feel like it would make a really good series, and I feel like I'm going to write it down to make a book. I'm not going to say something too, too much, or maybe I should. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say it, but I'm going to at y'all if anyone, steals my idea. I'm going to get it, trademark, copyrighted, or anything like that. So essentially what happened is I was dreaming that, the scene is set in kind of medieval times, I want to say, but not to a point where there were knights and armor and things like that. That wasn't there yet. Only handmade, man-made weapons and things like that. Well, I mean, everything's handmade, but you get what I mean. And, it's quite medieval. And the whole setting was, there were different clans and, different places. And I was in the dream. I was looking at everything. I was part of, one of the characters. And in the dream, I was part of this, clan that, is it clan? I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but basically there's, a village of people, a civilization, and, I was part of one that had kind of, wolf, fur and clothes, and everything was, grey, all the attire was, more grey, on those tones, and, it was just, people were just going about their day, the introduction and everything. I don't know how to explain everything that's in my head and how I saw it. It was so vivid. And I saw it, and I was just like, okay, cool. I was like, cool dream. And then, it moves to, a different scene, and it shows, one of those people, the archers and people like that look out in the towers to see if there's any danger, that's, stay watch and all of that. Where the people lived and where the leader of this, clan civilization thing was, it wasn't exactly, a stone made castle or anything like that. I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't, that sophisticated of a castle. Do you get what I mean? It was kind of, just, stones there, but it wasn't super sophisticated. And then, they're one of the, what are they called? I don't know, the ones that are watching over and seeing what's gonna happen. And they were seeing what was happening. They looked towards another area where there's another clan, and we're supposed to be fighting for years and years and years. They didn't get along, and there has been an agreement, a treaty, and there was peace for a while. So then they were looking over it, and everything was fine. And all of a sudden, this purple light burst out of one of their main huts thing, because over there it wasn't as civilized as us. And they were the huts were how do I explain it, cloths, furs, skins, leather, all of that kind of vibe. and we saw like a purple light emerging from that thing, and everyone's just like, whoa, what's happening? And then all of a sudden you can start like seeing like little fires being lit all over that, like, you know, civilization, the clan thing. And then one of the people that were looking out, they were just like informing the leader of what was happening, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, we might be under attack, what do we do? Do we, like, you know, hold our ground, defend ourselves, attack, like, you know, the strategy, the whole thing. And then like we looked towards it, and then all of a sudden people started screaming and everything started to be set on fire over there, and it's like, no, we have to evacuate here, all the people, as the fire moves on. So the leader was just like, okay, yeah, let's go. And I wasn't in the dream as the leader. I was like one of the, not soldiers, but fighters, the one that, like, you know, defends. So I was just watching that, and I like took the orders, and they started, like, you know, taking all the children and the older people, and we were fighting women and men, so it wasn't like taking the women and children or anything like that. No, don't know if it makes any sense. It's just, you know, it's just a dream, okay? So then they started, like, you know, trying to evacuate over there, and like trying to leave and like go somewhere else and find a safe place to, like, you know, stay while this thing, we hold our ground. And all of a sudden, like, as we were all doing that, and we were trying to evacuate people, we were getting ready to fight or to defend, like, you know, our house, our home. And all of a sudden, we start seeing, like, you know, you know, we were already being attacked, and it's like, no, usually it takes a lot longer for, like, them to get here, and it's not that close. It's like, not that they're neighbors, but you could see, like, they're far off. They're like kilometers away, you know. They wouldn't just get there in like 5 minutes. So then we check, and then we see that, like, you know, people are running and everything, everyone's being killed, and there's like a massacre. And it turns out that it wasn't, like, you know, the actual people that we didn't have the treaty with, like, it wasn't the people, the clan, the other one. And by the way, like, we were wearing like gray kind of clothing, gray wolf skin and fur and leather and everything, all of that, and like we were like, you know, kind of like, you know, Game of Thrones vibes, but not really. But yeah, kind of like, I feel kind of like, you know, the wardrobe from Game of Thrones. Kind of think of those vibes, but that's a little bit too advanced. And then over them, it was kind of like the Night's Watch type of thing. That's like, you know, their attire. And we started seeing that they weren't attacking us, and like they were also, like, you know, there, but they weren't here, and like we were just like, what the hell's going on? And then we realized that what's attacking everyone, it's kind of like this hellhound. It looks like a hellhound, but it's not really a hellhound, because it's like in a shadow form, and the purple light keeps on emerging, and it's like from the you know, the center of their main hut. And it's like, what the hell's going on? So then we start fighting, you know, the hellhounds, and they start like biting us and killing us, and like there's a lot, and like there's like a proper battle there. And then all of a sudden things go quiet, and the hellhounds shut up, and they stop attacking. There's like a little bit of, like, you know, fog, there's quiet, and you know, like, I started to get a little bit scared, because I was like, oh my god, you know, when the thing that's attacking you and killing all of you, when that thing shuts up and gets scared, it's because there's something worse coming. So we just started to look around and see what the hell happened. So they started running, like the hellhounds started running. All the people from the other clan that, like, you know, we weren't okay with, but we had that treaty, we thought they were attacking, it wasn't them. They were also running, and we were like, what the hell's happening? So then, like, we tried to, like, you know, hide and see what's gonna happen, what we're facing, and we can't really see anything. And then all of a sudden, like, we get pulled by someone, like, someone pulls me in along with 2 other guys. And they pull me, and they're like, come here. And that person was wearing, we couldn't see their face, and that person was wearing the, like, enemies, like the other clan's clothes, so like the black and like the fur and like everything. And we were gray, right? So we were oh my god, okay, so when that guy pulls us, and we obviously couldn't see the face, but it was a guy, and when he pulled us, he was like, come. And like he pulled us into somewhere like we didn't really see, like it was kind of like a hiding place, and he moved around like it was really, like, really swift and quick and shit like that, right? So I'm like, who are you? What are you doing? And everyone wanted to like kill him and attack him, because like we thought it was the enemy, and then he was trying to like get in there or kill us or something. So, and he's like, no, I'm trying to help you. Come, you need to come and see this. And I was just like, what the hell's going on? You know? And then, like, he pulls us, and we go through this portal, and we had no idea what we were facing. And then we, like, zoom into the future. Like, I know this sounds so fucking crazy, but I feel like it would make a good series. And we go into the future, and all of a sudden, like, we're, like, in more, like, modern times. Let's say it's, like, what, 2011? It's 2011, and, we're, like, in LA or something. And we come out, and obviously we've come out like from like, you know, this different time, different like, you know, attire and everything, and we look like we just came out of a Comic-Con convention, right? So everyone's just like, oh yeah, cool outfit, cool, like you look so good, and we're just like, what the hell's happening? We're so fucking confused, right? And then he tries to like, he moves us around and takes us to another place and tries to explain that, you know, he came because he's trying to avoid something terrible happening from the future, so like this guy from the future came back. It sounds so odd. And the guy, he started to explain that, you know, like the purple crystal that like burst in the purple light that was there was never meant to happen, that wasn't supposed to happen, and that crystal has been hidden for years and years and years. And you know how like in the like the Tales of the Grimm and shit like that, they talk about like, you know, the Black Forest in Germany and how they like find things, and you know how like there are certain areas that are very like, you know, not mysterious, but like people believe like in superstitions and there might be shit there, and we don't really know what's happening, kind of like the Bermuda Triangle and stuff like that. You're like, oh, is it not? You don't know. But he tells us that like, kind of like that scenery, he's like, that crystal's been hidden for centuries and we've been protecting it, and this was never meant to happen. I'm trying to stop something terrible from happening, and this crystal was never meant to burst on it. We need to fight. We need to figure out how to, like, you know, fix this. And then we're just like, what are you talking about? What is going on? And then he pulls us again to try to explain further. He pulls us again to try to explain further and pulls us through another portal. And then now we're like at a forest near a river, near like a creek, and it's very cold, very dark, and it's like, it's not our home. It's something completely different. And like, there's this like, I don't know why I like saw this guy in kind of like a hazmat suit, but like in the yellow raincoat type of color, and it was like far away when we were watching him, but we were by a creek and he wouldn't like see us. I was so confused. And then he was explaining how it came to be, and like how that crystal, like from this like, not an evil queen, I don't even know how to explain it, but it had a curse or something, and that's when I was waking up, and that's where I left off. So I'm like, this would make a really good series or a good book to read. So we don't even know. But if you're still here listening to my story of whatever the hell happened there, if I could just show you what's in my head and how vivid the dream was, it might sound crazy or boring, but I don't know how to explain. Like the hellhounds had the shadowy kind of like body. It was like a shadow. It wasn't a physical body, and it's just, I don't know, but hey, it might be a good book. Maybe this is a life turning like point, a turn point, a life point. I can't speak English anymore, and I'll start writing this book, and in 10 years it'll be published or something. I don't know. I'm just saying shit. Like, honestly, it was just an odd dream, and I feel like it would have made a really good series, but who knows what's gonna happen. I thought I would just say it. It's also like, I've been ranting for like 10 minutes, but it's 4:40, and I'm editing the vlog from yesterday, and I still haven't finished. I still haven't worked out. I did not get up early today because of that very same dream. I couldn't sleep, so it happens. But I've been planning, like, with my friend Darcy, if you're watching this, hello. With my friend, this holiday that we want to make next year, and like I'm trying to plan out dates and when I'm going to do, like, you know, the portfolio thing in the UK for a week, and when I have my exams, when I have the holidays, so I could go see and travel or do whatever. So yeah, I'm trying to just figure all that out and, like, you know, budget things and see how much and what's going to happen, because I'm trying to, like, you know, save as much as I can. So yeah, it's been a while, and I love cooking. Hey ho. For cuddles. Puppy cuddles are the best. It's been a while since I spoke to you. I haven't really felt all that well today. I've had a headache the entire day and felt like a stomachache and like a bit sick. So yeah, I don't know, I've been really nauseous all day with stomachache, and I've had a headache on and off the entire day. So essentially the only thing that I felt like doing was cuddling up in bed and just taking a shower, taking it easy. And I'm still not feeling great. Oh, we have another friend that came here. Hello! Hello! He's so cute. Yes, hello, hi. So, as I was saying, I haven't felt all that well, and just decided to stay at home. If this isn't a good life, then I don't know what it is. Having a cat and a puppy to cuddle. But yeah, haven't felt all that well today, so I've barely vlogged, and I've just put this clip in. And I didn't vlog anything today, and I just want to go to bed because I feel really bad, and a bit poorly, like just nauseous. I think I ate something that wasn't like okay, that didn't sit well with my stomach. Yes, hi. If this isn't life, then I don't know what is. You are super clingy, aren't you? Yeah, I just kind of wanted to say that, and I kind of wanted to read a book. I still have a headache, like my eyes are quite sore, like the back of my head really hurts. So I think I'm just gonna go to bed. It's nearly 12:30. I don't know if I've said that. I can't think. So yeah. Good night. Hope you enjoyed whatever was of today's vlog. I think it was just me telling you my dream and showing you my porridge. But that's okay. Sometimes it happens. So I'm just gonna join it with yesterday's vlog because I felt like this wasn't just a vlog. And yeah. Hopefully tomorrow I feel better, good enough to work out and do stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff I want to do tomorrow. I'm actually going to do a to-do list right now and then read a little bit and then go to sleep. But yeah, good night, guys. Say good night to everyone. Say good night. Say good night. Say good night to everyone. Say good night.